Vikings Valhalla was a respectable historical TV series in its own right, but it never possessed the same level of mainstream popularity, production quality, and character engagement as its predecessor Vikings. But playing second fiddle to one of the best historical shows ever created is no small feat, and now that Vikings Valhalla has completed its final season, many will be looking for similar feeling epic historical dramas. And in this video I will give you my top 10 recommendations of excellent historical TV shows you will truly enjoy if you liked Vikings Valhalla. But before we begin, don't forget, if you love anything to do with historical movies and historical TV shows, then subscribe to my channel HistorySpark. And also don't forget to subscribe to my new channel Historical Exit, where I released a video last week on how Harald Hardrada actually died based on the historical sources. And I'll be doing a deep dive into the deaths of all the major characters from Vikings Valhalla. So if that seems like something you would be interested in, then be sure to check out Historical Exit. At number 10, it is Barbarians Rising, a documentary series focusing on various rebel leaders who stood against the Roman Empire and the Roman Republic, with each rebel attaining various degrees of success in their endeavors. Some of the historical figures whose story gets covered in this docu-series is Hannibal, Spartacus, Boudica, Arminius, Attila the Hun, and many more. This is a documentary series which is probably a bit less historically accurate than most docu-series are, but it benefits from being a far more entertaining watch due to its great battle scenes and overpowered central characters. Similar to the three primary characters of Vikings Valhalla, who are able to achieve many victories despite being outnumbered and unprepared. Barbarians Rising covers a range of different periods in Rome's history, and the battle scenes here are great, the acting is decent, and even the dialogue is pretty good here for a documentary series. The narrators and the so-called experts seem to just be reading from a script and aren't very enthusiastic, but overall Barbarians Rising is a great documentary series which will be of interest to people looking for a more casual and easy to watch historical drama which is reminiscent of the rebel Viking spirit. At number 9, we have Norsemen, a Norwegian comedy series about a group of Vikings living in the village of Norheim during the year 790 AD. And this series depicts the day-to-day events and struggles of Viking life in a humorous and comedic manner. The show has won the Gullruten Award in 2017 for Best Comedy Show, and The Norsemen is definitely a series that will keep you amused and entertained for the duration of each episode. It also puts a fresh new spin on Viking culture and the way fans will view Viking society in general. This show has a surprisingly engaging and interesting plot, brilliant acting by the entire cast, and just the right balance of being funny and nonsensical. So if you're looking for a show which will give you a fascinating new way to witness Viking society and medieval history in general, The Norsemen is a great recommendation for you. At number 8 is Marco Polo, a Netflix original series focusing on the exploits of Marco Polo during his time at the court of Kublai Khan, and the various political intrigues, military coups, and internal court politics he has to contend with during his time there. So if you enjoyed the scenes in England which focus more on court politics and the sneaky ploys for power in Vikings Valhalla, then Marco Polo will appeal greatly to you as well. This series also has a huge budget, and the series has excellent production quality alongside awe-inspiring set pieces, costume design, and battle scenes. However, Marco Polo suffers greatly with pacing issues and the plot stumbles at many points, especially in the first season. But midway through the first season, Marco Polo finds its footing and it transforms into a thrilling historical adventure. So if you're looking for a show that will introduce you to the Mongol Empire and all its glory and give you an overdose of some amazing martial arts and battles at the same time, then Marco Polo is the show for you. At number 7, it is El Cid, a historical TV series based on the life of the Castilian warlord Rodrigo Diaz de Vivar, with the first season covering his young adult years where he's still a low-ranking nobleman and only a squire to one of the Castilian princes. The first season only has 5 episodes, but each episode moves the plot along at a steady pace, and the storyline never seems overly rushed, with careful detail being given to highlight the complex court politics and constant backstabbing present in the Castilian royal court. The acting of James Laurent is magnificent as Rodrigo Diaz, but the same cannot be said for the secondary cast, as most of the actors have pretty wooden acting and at times deliver their lines devoid of any appropriate expression or emotion. However, if you're looking for a series that has a strong mix of battles, intrigue, and political ambitions like Vikings Valhalla, then Elset is definitely the perfect recommendation for you. Perhaps you enjoyed Freydis' story the most from Vikings Valhalla, and you're looking to see another epic historical drama about a fierce and powerful female rulers. Well then, the 6th spot on this list is the perfect recommendation for you, as at number 6 we have The White Queen, an amazing TV miniseries which focuses on the story of 3 influential women during the War of the Roses period: Elizabeth Woodville, Margaret Beaufort, and Anne Neville, all of whom are influential women and are trying their best to amass power, wealth, and influence for their families. The White Queen is an amazing drama which is magnificently able to recreate the War of the Roses period and the tension between the House of York and the House of Lancaster perfectly. Aside from a great plot with amazing plot twists, the show benefits from great acting by a strong cast as well as excellent costume design and set pieces. The only downside of The White Queen is, I would say, that the first few episodes start off a little bit too slow, which might deter some viewers, but get past the first 3 episodes and you will find a show here that gets better and better and more thrilling with each episode that goes by. So if you enjoyed Vikings Valhalla, then be sure to check out The White Queen and its sequel, The White Princess, as well. At number 5, it is Vinland Saga, the first ever historical manga recommendation on this channel, but definitely a great fit for anyone looking to continue to explore the world of the Vikings but in a totally unique and different way. Vinland Saga tells a fictionalized and embellished tale of real Viking explorer Thorfinn Karlsefni, who is forced to leave his homeland and explore the seas and new lands in order to exact his revenge against someone that has caused him great hurt and grief. Vinland Saga has an amazing plot, some great characters, and a good range of historical figures depicted throughout the series, including King Canute and Leif Erikson. Whether you enjoy anime shows or not, if you enjoyed Vikings Valhalla and still have a Netflix subscription, there is no reason to at least not give Vinland Saga a try. At number 4, we have Black Sails, a TV show that is based around pirates at Providence Island, and it is a prequel to the popular novel Treasure Island. This show has a cast of fascinating and morally great characters similar to the characters in Vikings Valhalla, and this makes Captain Flint and his crew an amazing set of characters to watch and see develop. Like Vikings, pirates spend much of their time at sea, and this series does a fantastic job of displaying the perilousness of the sea life and of traversing unknown lands with unknown dangers. Additionally, Black Sails also does a great job of displaying how difficult it is to establish power within a city such as Nassau, a pirate haven in which only the strong, ambitious, and powerful can rule. I would say Black Sails is the series that is most similar to Vikings Valhalla in spirit, and I can strongly concur that if you enjoyed Vikings Valhalla, you will enjoy Black Sails infinitely more so. The 3rd spot on this list goes to Spartacus, an action-filled historical TV series about a gladiator named Spartacus and his rise from a lowly slave to one of the most feared enemies of the Roman Republic. Spartacus takes everything that fans love about historical TV shows and puts it into overdrive, as there's only 10 episodes per season, meaning there's little to no filler. This small episode count results in Spartacus telling a tight-knit story about an inspirational leader who encourages his followers to fight for a better future and put an end to the tyranny of Rome and the Roman Republic. The character development for Spartacus is great, and his rise from slave to rebel leader is believable and interesting. The plot here is also great, with truly mind-blowing plot twists, and the fight scenes and choreography in this series is unparalleled. So if you're looking for a TV series with great characters, amazing battle scenes, and a story which hooks you in from the beginning to the very end, then Spartacus is my recommendation for you. The 2nd spot on this list goes to The Last Kingdom, a TV show based off the best-selling Saxon Stories novels by Bernard Cornwell. The Last Kingdom follows a central character named Uhtred, a born Saxon but raised Dane, making him a useful tool to be used by leaders and kings for both cultures for their own political and personal ambitions. Like Vikings Valhalla, this series does a great job of portraying the impact of religious tensions between pagan Vikings and Christians in England, leading to many battles and complications. The Last Kingdom has amazing secondary and primary characters, a fantastic plot with minimal filler, and a tight-knit story with some great battle scenes as well. While some of the latter seasons of The Last Kingdom aren't as great as the initial 3 seasons, it is definitely a series which is superior to Vikings Valhalla in pretty much every aspect. So if you're looking to revisit Viking culture and their assimilation into Christian England, then The Last Kingdom is my recommendation for you. The top spot on this list could obviously only go to Vikings, the series which Vikings Valhalla was a spiritual sequel to. Vikings follows the rise of Ragnar Lothbrok from a lowly farmer to a king and an eventual legendary figure in Viking history. And if you can mentally convince yourself that Vikings finished at the end of season 4, then it puts forth a very strong argument that Vikings is perhaps the best historical TV show ever created. The first few seasons, which saw the exploration of new lands and kingdoms by Vikings, the start of religious tensions between Christians and pagans, and the development of Ragnar from an ambitious farmer to a troubled and conflicted king, are some of the best episodes I've ever seen in any historical drama. So if you're a fan of Vikings Valhalla, then Vikings will be the most obvious and most closely associated series that I can recommend to you. So lastly, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know in the comments down below if you think there are any other shows out there that fans of Vikings Valhalla may enjoy. And remember to stay up to date with everything to do with historical movies and historical TV shows. Subscribe to my channel HistorySpark, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.